We are now entering day 3 of the ceasefire between Israel and Hezbollah in Lebanon, and that appears to be holding for now. But we have learned that a French soldier who was taking part in a United Nations peacekeeping mission in southern Lebanon has been killed. 3 other soldiers were also wounded in that attack. The French President Emmanuel Macron said evidence suggested that the Iran-backed militant group Hezbollah was responsible for the attack, which killed Sergeant Florian Montorio. The President demanded that Lebanese authorities immediately arrest those responsible. In a statement, Hezbollah says that it denies any connection to the incident that occurred with UNIFIL forces. The Lebanese Prime Minister Nawaf Salam says he ordered an immediate investigation into the attack. UNIFIL has described it as a deliberate attack that was carried out by non-state actors. United Nations peacekeepers patrol the border between Israel and Lebanon and have acted as a buffer between those two countries for decades. This latest attack comes after 3 Indonesian peacekeepers were killed in Lebanon last month. A UN investigation found 1 was killed by Israeli tank fire, 2 others were killed by an explosive device likely planted by Hezbollah. Now, while this fragile ceasefire between Israel and Hezbollah appears to be largely holding, both parties have accused each other of ceasefire violations. There were huge traffic jams today as people who'd been forced to flee southern Lebanon because of the conflict returned to their devastated neighbourhoods. That's despite the Israeli military telling them not to. Around 2,300 people have been killed in Lebanon and more than 1 million people have been displaced from their homes during this 7-week war, according to the Lebanese Health Ministry. The Israeli military said today that it has carried out strikes on what it described as terrorists who had approached areas in southern Lebanon where Israeli troops are, and that it said violated the truce. Israel still has thousands of troops in what it calls a security zone about 10 kilometres into the south of the country that it is refusing to withdraw. Israel says that it has agreed not to carry out offensive operations in Lebanon as part of this ceasefire agreement, but that it still reserves the right to take self-defense measures. The US President Donald Trump, who really drove this 10-day ceasefire, says that the US has banned Israel from any further bombing in Lebanon.